Hello and namaste. My name is Tim Hallern and this is a weekly astrology forecast for the 4th week of September 2013. Today is Tuesday, the 24th. The sun is in the 1st degree of Libra. The moon just entered Gemini this morning. It's been in Taurus over the weekend. And on Sunday, as the sun entered Libra, we had the autumnal equinox. One of those magical days where we have perfect balance of sun and moon, day and night. So I think this is going to be an equinox report. We're entering Libra season. We're reconsidering, we're weighing the options, and we're making changes right now. There's a lot of changes taking place. We're moving from a more introverted last couple of months into a more extroverted, getting stuff done, getting plans together, meeting people, arranging. And this has a lot to do with the equinox and a lot to do with the Libra energy that we're entering right now. So as we know, the symbol for Libra is the sun going beneath the horizon. So I wanted to use this as an opportunity to quickly go over the 12 signs of the zodiac in the 4 seasons. Because as we know, the 12 signs of the zodiac don't actually correlate to the constellational position of the stars over the earth. It has to do with the laws of the universe and the laws of the earth itself, that we have 12 zodiac signs. So as we know, there are 4 seasons that have to do with the pathway of the sun's ecliptic wobble over the earth. So in Aries, we have springtime. June in Gemini, we have summertime. Now it's fall, Libra time, and then winter, Capricorn time. When you divide the 4 elements, or the 4 seasons, fire, earth, wind, and water, by 3, and I use the porphyry system. Astrologers use different house systems. I use the porphyry system, which you simply take those 4 directions and you divide them by 3, because 3 is an extremely sacred and significant number in the entire universe. There are 3 modes of material nature: cardinal, mutable, and fixed, or Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva in Hinduism, or passion, goodness, and ignorance. Brahma rules over passion. It's the birth, it's inspiration, it's fiery, compulsive creation. Vishnu rules over the preservation of the universe, the laws, the goodness, the heart, and the love. And Shiva rules over ignorance. Not that he represents ignorance, he rules over that mode of material nature, and he is also the destructive property, the transformation property, time. So, those 4 elements times those 3 modes of material nature is why you get the 12 zodiac signs. It's not about the position of the constellations. There are not 13 zodiac signs. There are 12 having to do with the laws of Earth. Okay, so that being said and done, Libra also in the birth chart represents the descendant. There's the ascendant and the descendant. The descendant has to do with the most extroverted nature, whereas the ascendant is the introverted nature. So Libra is very extroverted by nature. It's all about communicating, language, art, getting involved with social groups, getting involved with the world at large, relationships. As we all know, Libra is ruled by Venus. It has to do with love and relationships and beauty. So this equinox really represents getting into this Libra season. And this is now taking everything that we've learned over the last couple months. We've been really digging in. During the last month in Virgo season, we've been digging in and discovering all the little imperfections in the dirt and cleaning house. We started cleaning house. And we've learned some things, hopefully. If you remember last week, it's a very exact time. Even now, the long-term transits is there's no more choices. We are discovering problems and we have to face them. We're discovering laws of the universe that can't be changed. And we have to do things in a certain way. And now that we're entering Libra season, it's like, yeah, Libra is the school institution. Libra season, September, is when everyone goes back to school. Libra is the student. They love studying. That's why it's called a library. They love books. They love language. And they love learning. And we've been doing a lot of learning. We've been doing a lot of introverted learning. And it's like now we're being called to open up and move out. We've hopefully learned some things. We're doing some changes. We're still in the middle of making these changes. Libra is also all about running a schedule, getting things in a system, getting things established. getting everything laid out, neat and orderly. Libra comes out of Virgo. Virgo wants to create this perfection, and now Libra wants to preserve this perfection. Libra is constantly seeking balance, and that's what we're doing right now. So we're weighing our options. We're seeing both sides of the fence. We're seeing all the problems, and we're seeing all of the solutions on one end. And that's why Libra represents relationships too, is the way we do this is through checks and balances, through our relationships with others. We need to bounce ideas off of people. Is this working? Is this not working? Well, I have these problems. Can you help me with these problems? And I see that you have these problems, and I can help you with these problems. You know, Libra, if you know anybody with a Libra moon, they're expert communicators. They're very, very social beings. They have a very fine sense of aesthetic, but they also have a very objective viewpoint of their emotions. They're able to really see either side of things. And Libra moon people really have a PhD in this, you know. They are the mediators, the bridge. You know, they're the ones that break up the fight and say, well, I can see your point of view and your point of view, and why don't we do things this way? And that's this month that we're entering right now, is we are forming our communities. If you remember, June was the gathering of the tribe. We were finding these people that had ideas, and we were meeting and discovering. And now it's like we're going back and we're reconvening, and now we're forming communities. We're forming schools. We're forming how to practically teach one another and work together in a way that's going to be useful and effective. So equinox time is always a good time of seeing what's working for us, what's not, what has grown stale, what can be fallen away. And it's like this week we're put into constant checks and balances. A little adjustment must be made over here, we fix that, and now this is off balance a little bit. So we're going back and forth as we seek this balance and this harmony, which is the beauty and the dance and the music and the poetry. But that's what we're really going for right now. We're going for the music, the dance, the poetry, the beauty of the written word. And we're being called to use our throat chakra. That's where we're taking all of the emotions and all of the teachings and the lessons that we've been getting through the last couple of months, and now we're starting to express it. Because our lessons and our teachings should be shown, because that can help other people learn similar things. And you know, this is a time of great creative potential as well this week. We have Venus chasing Mars into a perfect square by Friday, but really this square is going to be exact all week. This is great creative potential. We have passion, you know, and it might be a little frictionless because we want, you know, we really are passionate about forming our communities. The next few days, when the moon is in Gemini, it's a perfect time for talking with friends and being social and bouncing ideas back off of one another. And then Thursday afternoon, the moon will enter Cancer, and it's like we're bringing that in. We're bringing our social circles into the family. We're going to be caring for one another. We're going to be helping out one another. And this is going to be done through this emotional sharing, opening up, sharing our intimate feelings, you know. Libra should always be in service to Scorpio, because Libra moves into Scorpio, and Scorpio is the intimate stuff. So we want to make sure while we're in Libra, that we're still going deep, which is going to be largely next week. This Sunday, Mercury will enter Scorpio. We'll start thinking deeper, way beneath the surface, more profound stuff. We're not going to be satisfied with the mundane. We are going deep right now. But we're going deep, and we're also expressing it. We're teaching it, we're translating it, we are revising it. And you know, yeah, this is a good week. There's a lot of potential to be had with this week. Juno turns direct today. This is again establishing relationships. This is a time of taking it to the next level in our pre-established relationships, or if this relationship's not serving us anymore, it's time to move on. You know, Pallas is going to square the moon's nodes on Thursday. Also, Pallas is going to be square to Saturn. So again, learning, growing, being very practical, seeing the patterns that are there that are really going to set us, that are really going to establish us into our everyday worldly life. The financial situations, the school situations, the authority government situations. We're really able to see the patterns and hopefully break free of the ones that need to be let go of. So again, this is a great week for really getting established, putting it down on paper. Write down your plans. Write down what you want to do. Write a list and divide it in half, the pros and the cons, and really weigh out your options. Because this is a time of putting it into really practical terms. The long-term aspects are still intense. There are problems that need to be solved. So we're working on it right now, and we're forming our groups, and we're coming together, and we're sharing our progress. We're sharing what's working, and we're sharing what's not. And this is really beautiful, because now we're starting to really come into this harmony and this balance. It's not just about me serving you and you serving me. It's about us doing both simultaneously, because we're helping each other. And things are much, much easier when we work together as a team. So use this equinox and this month ahead as a real opportunity to expand beyond and get into the next phase of things. And then get down to work, put our learning caps on. Saturn is still strong. This is a learning period. This is about school. We're all in school, and we're all the teachers and we're all the students. So let's make sure that we're allowing ourselves to be both roles. We're allowing ourselves to listen to what others have to say, and also we're going to be giving advice to others on their emotions and their situations. So we're really going to be helping each other out, and we're really going to be getting into creation. There's a lot of creative energy this week. Make the best of it. Create some beautiful artwork, create some beautiful poetry. Take all that wisdom and that beauty that you've learned over the last 6 months while Pluto has been retrograde. And we've been going in and digging up and pulling out. Now that Pluto's going to be direct for the next 6 months, let's share, let's manifest, let's do what we want to do and really pave the road we're on, so that way things really get set into motion. So speaking of establishing ourselves and getting into the path ahead, I really enjoy doing these astrology videos and the charts and all, but it does take a lot of time. And I've invested a lot of time into these with no charge. But I do need to start charging a little more if I'm going to continue to do this. It's a reflection of the transits. It's not really a choice, but I would really love to continue to do this kind of work. So until the end of October, I'm going to have it. The prices will remain the same for purchasing a birth chart or transit report from me. But come the end of October, I'm probably going to be raising those prices so I can continue to do this work. And I hope that you can all understand that. So if you've been debating on purchasing a chart reading, you might want to do that before October. So I am wishing you the best. Happy equinox. It's a magical time of being and seeing both the light and the dark, and that is the wholeness, and we are indeed holy beings. We are beautiful in our nature. Let's use this harmony and this aesthetic of Libra to really express and demonstrate it to ourselves and the world at large. Namaste.